What you gonna do, brother, when we take a look at the brand new Ultimate Edition WrestleMania Series 1 Hulk Hogan?
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today we've got a very special one. We've got the WrestleMania 1 version of Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan, no stranger to the Ultimate line in the past, no stranger to the future. I am going to guess on that point. But we've gotten two Ultimate Edition Hulksters in the past, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And then we got the brand new WrestleMania 1. Of course, Mr. T is his partner in the wave. Make sure you check out the Mr. T unboxing on the channel as well. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Let's take a look at the packaging first. You guys know I'm a sucker for good packaging. And I do like the Ultimate Edition packaging with all the crazy angles and stuff like that. It'll be interesting what happens in the future with this packaging. Right now, we really enjoy the uniformity of the packaging. I kind of related a lot to the Jakks Classic Superstars and the Jakks Deluxe Classic Superstars, as we do get the fan takeovers, things like that. I have a little bit of tweaks, but you can see they're in the same family, so we do get that. But I don't know, if we get rid of windowless packaging and all that in the future, I don't know what'll happen there. But nice big red background for the Hulkster. You can see all those accessories and, of course, the figure in there, the extra heads. A lot going on with this Ultimate Edition, and I got to think this might be one of the most popular Ultimate Editions of all time. We'll see how that shakes out in the months to come. But one a lot of people are going to be looking for sure, the Hulkster. Probably the epicenter of wrestling figures. That's what everybody's looking for most of the time. He is very popular. He sells very well. It is a business. That's why you see so many Hulksters when they have the license to him. But you get all that right there. Ultimate Edition logo down below. On the side, there he is, the Hulkster with his patented white headband back in the day. Look at that. Just a young guy ready to take on the world with WrestleMania 1. You got a Hulk Hogan on the side, and then you get the back. You get the blurb, you get the tail of the tape, we get a real-life glamour shot, we get an action figure glamour shot. You can't get much better than that if you ask me, and the Hulk Hogan band right through the middle of the packaging. Let's read the tail of the tape. Let's see what's going on with the old Hulkster around WrestleMania 1. Height 6'7" from Venice Beach, California. Finisher, that good old atomic leg drop. Career highlight WWE champion. We get down to the blurb at the bottom. With the power of Hulkamania and the electricity of millions of screaming Hulkamaniacs on his side, there's nothing in the world that can take down the Hulkster, brother. So what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan and his 24-inch pythons run wild on you? It's an age-old question. I'm not sure exactly. It hasn't came to me happening yet, but one of these days I'll probably figure it out. So there you go. Ages 8 and up, of course. These open up just like a shoebox. I love that. Great for people that want to put them back in the package if you are so inclined to do that. So you can. So pull this bad boy out. Of course, you always get the little bottom kind of Easter egg sayings. Hulkamania is running wild. Yeah, Hulkamania is running wild, like a young Judas Priest running wild. Check out that song. Let's see. Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. One of his most iconic phrases right there on the back. So that's really cool. Always like that kind of stuff. Off to the side. See you later. There it goes. All right, a little plastic prison time. I'm soaking it in, drinking it in is what I'm doing here. We got, we just lost an orange hand. We lost one of those hot dog colored hands. So that's the way it goes sometimes. Plastic prison. There it is. We see the Hulkster. We see what he's up to right there. Looking good. This is looking good. We'll see what's going on here. Let's pop these heads out. Let's pop the title belt out. Let's pop out the shirt. There it is. And then we got tons of hands. Choose your own hand adventure. They know what old Kyle likes. He likes lots of hands. Do I? I don't know. Do I? Maybe I do. There we go. We're locked in on one of them. Well, they locked in the fist. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm here for it. Got to lock those fists in. Then we got the Hulkster. He's locked in at the ankles. Both ankles he's locked in. He's locked in at the wrist. They don't want the Hulkster going anywhere. They said, hey, this guy is too much. WrestleMania 1's a big one. We can't take the risk of shoplifters taking him out. That's for sure. So there it is. See you later. Goodbye. All right. And then we got a little rubber band around him to keep his necklace straight is what that's for in the package. slide that on out like a little snake, and we're off to the races. We're going to put the Hulkster to the side. We're going to get down to the accessories first like we always do. Then we'll take a look at the figure. Bam! See you later, Spider-Man style. There it goes. All right, first thing we're going to look at is this title belt. This is a brand new, first time in the line title belt. Really like this one. Now, WrestleMania 1 was a little bit early for old Kyle when he was little. Of course, I watched it on VHS tape, rented it numerous times from the video store back in the day. But I came into it when this title belt had long been retired. So whenever I saw this back in the day with Hulk Hogan and like old footage in WrestleMania 1, I was always like, gosh, that's such a weird title. It's just so different than the one we all knew in the main years of Hulkamania, the main years of Warrior Mania, that kind of stuff. But not the biggest fan of this. I think it was a good move to switch off this title, but it is definitely a moment in history, and always cool to get a new belt in the title picture in the Mattel line, so I'm for that all day long. World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, it says on there. It's got the crowns on the side. It does say WWE at the top, if you notice. It's not that big of a deal, I guess, but obviously that should be WWF. So just little changes there. Nice silver, though. Silver coating to this. Just definitely looks different than all the other Mattel belts we've gotten over the years. I really do appreciate things like that. So that is cool. Cool moment in time piece to get into this set. Then you get the Hulk Hogan shirt. And as usual, Hulk Hogan, he always can rip it up in the front, so you can have this displayed, him ripping his shirt if you want to. It would be nice to one of these times just get a regular Hulk Hogan shirt without the Velcro in the front, and maybe we will one of these days. But it's got the nice slats in the back, of course, as the Hulkster used to do. And then you got Hulkamania on the front in the patented Hulkamania logo in nice red. I mean, if you've had a shirt from Mattel in the past, you know exactly what this is like, but definitely needed for this. It's really adds to the set. And really, this Hulk Hogan could be a 2 or a 3-in-1. You get extra heads, extra hands, one with the shirt on, one with the shirt off. You could really justify it to yourself to have maybe 3 of these Hulk Hogans with all the different accessories here. Long Gamers Unite. This is going to normal retail one of these days, sooner than later, hopefully. And I could see people jumping after this and doing that one day. So stay tuned for that. We're getting down to the heads, or the hands, I should say. The hands, heads, hands. You get the pointing fingers here for the Hulkster. So, of course, you can give him the old woo, one of those if you want to. So you got the pointing hands. You got to have the open hands for the Hulkster. You got to give him one of these every once in a while. You guys know how it goes with the Hulkster. So you got 2 options right there with the hands. Always like that. And then you got the fist. Nothing better. And now you guys know I'm not a Hogan guy. I was a Warrior guy. But obviously it's funny how I'm not a Hogan guy, but I really do enjoy getting his wrestling figures. So somewhere in my brain, maybe I'm a Hogan guy way, way deep down. Not as far down as Warrior, of course. Warrior's on the tip of my tongue all the time. But I always do enjoy getting the Hulk Hogan figures. It's always brings me back to a simpler time. But we got the fist, so you can do the old patented punches from Hogan. Nothing like when he was getting beat on and he'd block it, and you get the old audience going boom, boom. You know how it goes. So you can really choose your own hand adventure with the Hulkster, of course. Now we get down to the figure. We do got another rubber band around the headband as well. I missed that, so I'm going to take that off right now. So we got that. There's a lot of little pieces to this one. So now we get the Hulkster here, and I gotta say, he looks like he just got off a griller at the local 7-Eleven. He's got that beautiful hot dog color skin going on. Absolutely love that. Walk through the articulation real fast. Hands removable, of course. Painted on wrist tape. A little cloudy on the ends, but it is painted on. Double jointed pinless elbows. You guys know I'm a fan of that. Bicep cut, of course. You get butterfly shoulders. Now, this is the deep butterfly shoulders. Hold on a second. I'm going to take a peek here. I guess we'll pull out the last Hulk Hogan Ultimate Edition right here. And I was pretty sure of that. So this has butterfly shoulders, but not quite the same as this. This is a full-on normal butterfly shoulders. You can get that deep, deep stretch back here. It's interesting. I like the extra posability that brings to us, but it is also an eyesore. If you look on the back, it is an eyesore. But how many people are displaying their Hulk Hogan backwards in their shelf? Very few. And I think the majority of people, or at least half, let's call it 30% at minimum, are displaying it with this shirt. Maybe even half, maybe 70, who knows. But a lot of people display with the shirt. Nobody's displaying backwards. So it's not the end of the world. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen in an action figure. But it is a little bit of an eyesore, like I said. So that is a little new technology for the Hulk Hogan figures here. We do have a little bit looseness in the bicep, not terrible, but a little looser than I've felt before in some figures. Of course, the headband is removable on this one. Yes, it is, so you can take off the Hulkster headband. A really good Hulkster headband here. You can clearly see it says the Hulkster in cursive on the white headband. Good face here on the Hulkster. Nice bushy yellow mustache going on. His eyes are fine. It's definitely the Hulkster. You take this head off, you know all day this is Hulk Hogan. A lot more hair on this Hulkster than the later days with the old crown going on. So this one is, before he really started losing the hair. So it's nice to get that represented in the Hulkster here. He does have his cross necklace on. Very patented Hulk Hogan move there, having the old cross necklace. You get the diaphragm going on, a little side to side, a little hula hoop, and not a ton. And then, of course, you get the waist right there. And then you get down to the articulation on the legs. We do have the pins in here. Hopefully sometime this year we get to the pinless joints throughout. We do get the thigh cut. We get the double jointed knees, boot cut, ankle, of course. And then you get that Todd McFarlane patented toe articulation. I got a little white paint splatter on one of my feet down here, which it is what it is. He does kind of have that maroonish, reddish Hulk Hogan knee pads going on as well. Just a very, very good, solid-looking Hulkster figure. I mean, a lot of people close their eyes. This is what they imagine with Hulk Hogan. I'm a little bit more of WrestleMania 5, WrestleMania 6, WrestleMania 4. That's kind of the prime, when I close my eyes, Hogan years. But there's a whole generation, especially ones that are a little older than me. This is a lot of people's Hulk Hogan for sure. I'm sure he fits on a ringside stand as well. Of course he does. I wanted to look at these other heads, though, and find out which one's the best. In all honesty, I think I'll have 3 of this Hulk Hogan's. I got to get one on the card, of course, and I think I'm going to get another one to display with the shirt on or without the shirt, with a different head, different hands, really dress it up, like I said earlier. Now, we get 2 heads here. We get the Hulk Hogan smiling head. It'd be nice to put this on like a suited body. Like you could have Hulk Hogan that's going on the Tonight Show or something. This would be the head to do it. Let's see if this headband fits on here. I don't know if it really will. I don't think. It doesn't have the little slats in the hair like this one does. It does a little bit, but I don't think to the degree that, well, I guess it does kind of work. You can kind of make it go, but it's definitely not made for this head. It looks a little goofy. It looks a little strange. You get the same hairline on this head as well, but this is more of the smiling, jovial Hulk Hogan is what you got. Like I said, Tonight Show going Hulk Hogan. You could use that for this. Find a suited body, pop this on, you're off to the races. This is the one, though, that gives you the old brother with the hand, or he's got the fist going. This is coked out Hulk Hogan. This is guy right out of the hot dog rack, right into the booger sugar. He's off to the races. That's what he's going here. His eyes are as big as saucers. He's going for it. I do like this one a whole lot. A little bit of a shine to these faces, as we've seen with some Ultimates, and we've seen in the past with some Ultimates, a little shine, a little higher gloss on some of these. Definitely doesn't take away from it. It just reminds me of Hulkster being that hot dog skin color, but then he's got that baby oil rubbed all over him. That's kind of the effect it gives. I don't know if that was on purpose or if that's just the way it came out, but that's the way it looks to me. Can the headband fit on here? I think a lot, yeah, not really. I think the headband is primarily, I mean, you can put it on there at kind of a weird angle. It just doesn't look right. It looks the best on the head it came with for sure. That's the way to go with that. Let's see, let's put this shirt on him, see how that looks real quick. Good shirt here, as we've seen these before, as we talked about. Very Hulkamania shirt. It's either the red or the yellow shirt. That's what we always think of with Hulk Hogan back in the day. And it slides just on really good, really easy. It really adds to it. Man, it really does add to it. It almost reminds me of that LJN, the old school, really tall LJN Hulk Hogan. I had that as a kid. Reminds me a lot of that one, actually. So, if you want to put those on your display together, you could easily do that. But boy, a fabulous Hulk Hogan, and I'm going to say it right here. This is one of the Mattel figures of the year. I'm a little shocked at how good this is. It looked like it was going to be a good figure. This really blows things away with the extra heads, the extra hands, the new belt, the soft goods. Some people will say the articulation, that extra deep articulation, they're going to really like. There's a lot to like about this Hulk Hogan figure. I would not pass this one up. I think down the line, this is going to be a much sought-after Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan. Just a very, very good-looking piece. Will display perfect on your shelf. A lot to like about this one. Don't sleep on this one. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not one to sleep on. Very, very cool. And, of course, you got to get the Mr. T to join in hands with him on your display. You can represent WrestleMania 1 in all of its glory, of course. But very, very good Hulkster. Better than expected. Much, much better than expected. I can't rave about this enough. So I got to say, we'll do our top 5 or top 10 Ultimate Editions of 2022 at the end of the year. This is definitely going to be on it, and I got to think this is going to be somewhere near the top. Very, very cool figure. Like we said, we had this Hulk Hogan late WWF run, early WCW run. I think you can go either way. At least I think so. So we got that right there. And then we got the NWO Hollywood Ultimate Edition. And I'm more down on this figure than the average person out there. I think there's some issues with this. The skin tone especially. How the do-rag and the glasses come together. That is a miss for me. I wish they could have done this one over. Maybe they'll do it over one day. Who knows? But out of these three, this new one, slam dunk. That is the best Hulk Hogan. And dare I say, this is the best Hulk Hogan Mattel figure we have ever received. Up to this point, of course. Up to this point. But as of right now, that's where I'm probably sitting. This is the best Hulk Hogan Mattel figure we have ever received. If I had to redo my Hulk Hogan top 10 list on the channel, man, he would be on there for sure. So that's how good it is. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? You picking this up? What am I even asking the question? Of course you're picking this up. But what are your thoughts on this Hulk Hogan Ultimate Edition? How many are you going to pick up? Are you a crazy Hulkamaniac that's going to get 4 of these? 1 min on card, 1 for each head? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, like this video. You made it this far. You might as well. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell as you don't want to miss a video. And of course, you don't want to miss Mr. T when we take a look at him later on the channel. And of course, support on Patreon. You can get this video and a lot of other videos much, much earlier on the Patreon channel. Giveaways on there, early content, bonus videos, you name it. A lot going on in the Ultimates. For the Ultimates, going on the Patreon, all kinds of action figure stuff going on over there. So support the channel. Take a look at the description below for the link to the Patreon. And then you can hit me up on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for WrestleMania Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 1 Hulk Hogan, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.